The dim glow of a lantern flickers against the ancient walls of a long-buried chamber. Dust coats the air as Andrew, a historian, brushes centuries of neglect from a stone tablet. His fingers trace the strange, unreadable script, until his flashlight lands on a brittle scroll beside it, a forgotten story written by an unknown hand. He smirks. A legend, no doubt, just another old tale buried beneath time. Yet, as he reads, unease creeps into his bones. The story goes, in the great city of Harappa, before its decline, a young man dreamed of more. A commoner by birth, a warrior in spirit, he longed for wealth, power, and above all, love. Love for the royal daughter, whose world was far beyond his grasp. He had nothing, but his family had something, a weathered inscription, passed down for generations. None before him had unlocked its power, until desperation led him to try. By the light of a dying fire, he traced the markings with trembling fingers, speaking forgotten words. The room darkened unnaturally. The air thickened. A shadow stretched from the corner, shifting, coiling, rising into form. It had no eyes, no face, only a voice like whispers in the void. Speak your desire. He swallowed his fear. Wealth, enough to make the world see me. The shadow did not hesitate. A sack of gold landed at his feet. Its cloth was damp, stained dark. By morning, the city buzzed with news. A wealthy merchant had been found slain in his home, his fortune missing. The young man hesitated, unease gnawing at him. But greed whispered louder, and so he used the shadow again. And again, each time his wealth grew, each time blood was spilled. The shadow grew too, stretching taller, its voice deepening, its whispers turning to echoes. But he ignored it. With riches came power. With power came an invitation to dine with the king, and there he met her. They met in secret. She saw his charm, his fire, but also his unease. She asked questions he struggled to answer. One night, as guilt weighed too heavy, he told her everything. The moment the words left his lips, the shadow changed. It did not rage, it did not attack, it only laughed, a low, crawling sound that seeped into his bones. You were forbidden to speak of me, it whispered, and now you will pay the price. The air around them turned heavy. The shadow loomed taller, its edges flickering like fire. I will wreak havoc upon this city. Every night 5 will die, important and ordinary alike. This will not stop until you do the impossible. You must become king, and not by force, with the consent of the king himself. Only then will the curse be lifted. The young man staggered back, horror washing over him. And when you take the throne, you will live for only 1 year. This is your fate. You made the bargain. Now you will pay its price. The city bled. Every dawn brought news of 5 more dead. Merchants, warriors, beggars, nobles. Fear gripped the people. The young man tried to command the shadow to stop, but it no longer obeyed. He had unleashed it. Now he had to end it. With nowhere left to run, he turned to the king. He confessed everything, the greed, the murders, the curse that plagued the city. The king listened. Then at last he spoke. You want power? Then take it. Be my successor. But you will leave my daughter forever. And upon your coronation, you will have only 1 year to live. For the first time, the young man did not think of himself. He thought of the people, of the suffering his greed had unleashed. He accepted. The day he took the crown, the shadow shrieked. The throne was not stolen, not won by blood, but given. The bargain was complete. The monster collapsed, its form unraveling, its darkness sinking into the earth like ink in water. And as it faded, it spoke, softly, almost pleased. A man who gives is no longer a man who takes. The curse does not own you anymore. Then it was gone. The historian exhales, the weight of the tale pressing into his chest. A myth, that's all, Yet his hand lingers on the inscription. The markings seem familiar, almost readable. A whisper slithers through the silence. "I'll have your soul for your wish." The lantern flickers. The room grows colder, and the historian realizes some bargains are never truly broken.